Sure you want to stream your live event? Yes.
Is it gonna work?
Let's see. It says we're live.
Is it gonna work, Travis?
It says we're live.
We're live again?
Let's do an audio check and see if everybody can hear us.
There's no. Oh, I got nothing.
Ding.
I got nothing in my headphones.
There's no snare in your headphones.
There's no snare.
Check,
There's no snare in my headphones.
Wait. We're live.
Can you think you can mute that? It's a little bit loud.
I turned it down.
All right. Why don't you lead us off?
What's up, everybody? If you're new to the channel, my name's Travis, and this is my channel, Apparel Design. I do 3D printed logos, 3D printing in general, laser cutting, a bunch of different painting things. I just am a maker in general. This is Pooch over here. He's going to introduce himself, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about what Community Ketchup is.
I'm Pooch. I go by Repcord on the Twitters and on the rest of the interwebs. I do a lot of 3D printing related stuff. I have a little bit of a brand called Repcord, and I sell filament and relevant 3D printing and maker related appurtenances. And I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
You try to be a YouTuber sometimes, once in a while, when it's
I
convenient for you.
I dabble in all things. I tried vlogging. No, not really.
Not really.
No, I don't do anything particularly well. I'm a true Renaissance man.
Yeah, I think we had a little bit better of a start this time than last time, so.
Yeah, a little smoother.
A little smoother.
And Heather, you want to introduce yourself over there?
Woo! I'm Heather.
She's off screen. She's the voice. She's the cackle you hear in the background every once in a while.
You're Heather.
No laughing at all.
No.
This stream.
That's it. You're Heather. That's it.
I'm Heather.
All right.
Anyway, tell the people that are new to the stream what Community Ketchup is.
Yeah, if you're new to the channel or if you are watching the stream later or whatever, Community Ketchup is a bi-weekly stream that we are doing. Myself and Pooch and Heather are doing that basically is like a catch-all of things that are going on in the community over the 2 weeks in between each stream, basically. So we're using the hashtag Community Ketchup to, if you want to tag any stories that you see that you think are awesome, any projects that you're working on, any projects that you see anybody else working on, just use that tag as much as you can. It also will enter you into our bi-weekly contest that we have every time we do a stream. So
that's right. And speaking of, tonight is brought to you by Rhino Reel. So we're going to get to that toward the end of the stream. Anybody that's used the Community Ketchup tag, like you said, within the last 2 weeks will be entered automatically for that drawing. Thank you very much to our sponsors. Thank you very much to everybody in the chat. Good to see we got a good following today.
Nice.
Yeah. So with that said, you ready to jump in on the agenda?
Yes.
We received a lot of fantastic submissions this past 2 weeks from a wide array of individuals out in the community. Everything ranging from giant 3D printed robots to some fantastic hand spray painted artwork by our very own Chelsea 2312 whatever her name. That girl. And why don't you kick us off with the giant robot that Fernando sent us, because this thing is super cool.
So we're gonna switch over here and we're gonna go ahead and check out this giant robot. Let me get my mouse orientation good. Hold on. All right, so I haven't even actually seen this. You guys saw this and I didn't see it.
Well, we're flying blind here, huh? No, this thing is sweet. It's like a I don't know what it's something between like Wall-E meets an ATST / steampunk. I don't know. It's really sweet.
So, and who are we to thank for tagging this one?
That was by Tom from Filament Frenzy.
Tom by Filament Frenzy
This
brought
is
us to our attention. Look at this. The amount of I can only imagine the amount of hours that went into modeling and producing this thing.
So he's printing all this on the CR10. It looks like.
Yeah, that seems like very CR10-esque. There he is, right there, starting to print. Look at the foot on that thing.
So does it say anywhere how big this is actually going to be?
That's what I was trying to find. I was trying to see if it. Okay, so it says big printing project, 250% TOW Walker or toe walker.
Toe walker.
So I don't know
like
if this is his design.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in some of the images he says that it's like CR10 for scale. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he
giant.
didn't have a banana with him.
This is pretty awesome. I like how he's just like replying to each tweet, so he has like a full record of like all.
Yeah, that's
this.
kind of a cool way to do it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Look at that. Okay, so here's a spool of filament. I'm not entirely sure what is that, filamentum?
Yeah, it looks like filament.
This is probably an 8-inch diameter
It's like the
spool.
same stuff that they printed the Iron Giant out with.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Totally. So Fernando's toe mech thing versus Joelbot in a battle to the death. Who do you like?
I don't know if it'd be like a David and Goliath situation, or if it would be like Joelbot just gets stomped in one little step,
I don't know. I
so.
think Joelbot's a little scrappy. He's got reach.
He's got some
reach.
stuff up his sleeves. Too.
Yeah. You don't know. He looks all calm and cool on the outside,
Yeah.
but I'll bet he's got
that
major
hair
weaponry.
too. That hair is probably just
Yeah.
like spikes. Like
Oh, the chat is chiming in that this is his own design.
It is his
nice.
own design.
Yeah, that's always.
Where's
even
Fernando?
cooler.
Why isn't he? He can't set it
where's
straight here.
Fernando?
Come
How come
on.
he's not in the chat?
So Film and Frenzy, the guy that suggested it to us, says yes, it is his own design.
So, and all
Garrett, it's Garrett approved apparently.
Yeah, all these links we're gonna go ahead and put down in the description. So Heather's on it this week. We didn't do it last week because we're horrible, but
You're horrible.
I
Speak
am
for
horrible.
yourself.
Yeah, I was supposed to do it. So Heather, I put Heather on it this time, so she's taking care of that.
Handled.
All right, let's move on. Awesome work, Fernando.
Yes, that's very cool.
And thank you, Film and Frenzy, for suggesting it. Next up, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that the F3D's PCH community print that is going to be unveiled at ERRF, we'll talk more about ERRF in a second, is coming along nicely. Matt, that's how I do it, has sent us this fantastic map here with a legend, so you can see really like real time.
Try to zoom.
Is this
in
real
a bit.
time?
This is probably real time.
As close to real time as we're gonna get.
It's live.
So the
Good
key
live.
here is the gray. The gray is claimed, and then these are what has been printed and shipped and delivered. He doesn't have the ones that I said I would print. That I have yet to print that I may or may not print. That should be its own.
And he's trying to get this. He's trying to get this done for ERRF.
Yes.
Oh man.
We can rally. Hey,
This is gonna be
listen.
tough.
This is a community channel. We need to rally here. Okay. So if you haven't signed up to do this, get a piece and do it. There's no requesting specific pieces, so you never know. It's a grab bag of what you're gonna get.
Right.
But you need to step up so we can get this thing done for ERRF because
It's being put together at ERRF, so
Is
it's not going to be put together before.
That's
So
brave.
You can even bring your piece with you to ERRF.
that's what I'm gonna do because
So in
Matt wanted it to be mailed I think by the 6th of June. But the truth is like I'm too cheap to spend money on the postage, so I'm just gonna.
So,
bring
but I
it with
guess
me.
if they do it at ERRF, there's probably enough 3D printers around that if there's
Pick up
not
the
all the
slack.
pieces
Yeah,
there
we'll
to make
figure
it.
it out, right? I don't see what could possibly go wrong trying to do that. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, you left this
Oh,
at
nice.
my parents' house,
That
and I
is
wanted
awesome.
you to have that. It was in my pocket.
My business card holder.
Yeah.
So the chat is asking, does it have to be multicolors? No, it does not.
Mine happens to be multicolored, but only because I ran out of one color filament, and I happened to hear it kind of clacking when it pulled it off the spool, and so luckily I was able to reload it.
So I'm guessing they're doing it like any community print, where you just print what filament you have, just whatever you have available, just so they can throw it all together and make a cool print, and then.
Yeah, I think Matt was saying he wanted it to try to be in the cup, but what the truth is.
Yeah, Matt-
I think beggars can't be
I
choosers.
was like, no
Yeah.
way.
And you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. That's how we say it in our house.
And they need to be mailed by the 18th of June.
Oh, the 18th?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, here I was saying the 6th. That was
Creativity is encouraged, Matt says.
Creativity is encouraged.
what does that mean? Like you can make your own? Okay,
That means you can
this is
make
just a
it pink.
suggestion of what it looks
It means
like.
you can make it pink.
Oh, you don't mess with the model.
That's all it
Yeah,
means.
don't mess with the
Creativity
model.
is make it pink.
okay. Make it
That's
pink.
what it
Pink
means.
is always endorsed around here.
Yeah.
All right. So if you haven't yet, is there a link? Or what do people need to do to get a piece of this?
Heather.
I think you need to email Matt.
Yeah, email Matt. No. Follow the Friday 3DP Hangout on Twitter.
Yes.
If you need, there will be a link in the description of this video.
So if anybody doesn't know what the F3 CDPDA, whatever, if the Friday night hangout, if you're not following that, make sure you get on Twitter, follow it on YouTube as well. That's a bi-weekly stream, also every Friday night.
Yeah.
It's the F and FC3DPH.
It's not every Friday. It's every
Every other
Every other
Yeah,
Friday.
I said
Excuse me, I said bi-weekly,
Oh,
but then I misspoke again. It happens. But follow that, and it's a great community discussion. The first hour is usually on some specific topic, and then it degrades into just random banter about who knows what, as people have drinks and whatnot throughout the night.
And the update is just to send an email requesting a piece to f3dpch@gmail.com. That's currently in the chat, and I'll put it in the description as well.
Thank you, Heather. I don't know why that's so hard to say. F3DPC.
I'm terrible about it.
That stands for Friday 3D Printing Community Hangouts.
Did
I get that?
It's too many letters, Matt.
Too many, I don't know. We're gonna workshop some ideas. We'll suggest it, and then we'll change up the logo just in time for it. All right, next on the agenda, who submitted the Harry Potter Luna Lovegood Spectre specs?
Pull that one up.
That
Heather.
was from
Was it Head Geek?
Geek Out.
Geek Out, not Head Geek. Sorry.
No,
Not Geek.
it is Head Geek, and then but it's at Geek Out.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so wait, he changed it. This used to say Head Geek up here, I think.
You can change that anytime you want. So.
Can?
Yeah.
I thought you were locked in once you did that.
No.
Okay, anyway.
People do it all the time. It's confusing as hell.
All right, tell us about what this thing is. Do you want to play the video? Or
Yeah, we can play a little bit of the video.
Will the audio go through?
Hi,
Whoa, hold on.
Today I'm making the very own pair of Harry
Let's
Potter
pause
specs.
this and turn my volume down.
Rookies.
Headphone warning!
It's like we've never done a stream
We've
before
never
here.
done this before.
Hey, we're doing a lot better than we have.
We are. We're improving. The video quality's better. The lighting's good.
So let us know if you can hear the audio
Harry Potter superfan. One of my favorite characters.
not coming from my mic, from the... Even if there's no audio, this is kind of... We can just talk about it.
Yeah, tell us about it. Look, it's captioned, but I don't know if you can really see that. Tell us about it, though, Trev.
I watched the video a little bit. You watched the video, didn't you, Heather?
I did, yes.
Heather's better at this.
So this great little gal, she took some Arduino goggles, basically took them apart, designed them to look like Luna's Spectre goggles from Harry Potter, did the soldering, or did the designing and all of the reconstruction, I think with a little bit of help from her dad, and made them into these awesome Harry Potter
Sweet.
goggles. Yeah, they're super cool.
Yeah, I do remember he helped with like a little bit of the modeling, the 3D printing part.
Nice.
And I think that was all he helped
I
with.
like the shout out to Canadia and the pillow form in the
I
background.
know, right?
Yeah, that's
Love
solid.
it.
Solid. Look at this, man. Look at the. Where do we get one of those cutter things? That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet, right?
Talking about the
See, she
flush
did all
cutter?
this. She
It looks like
did
a
all that
circle
soldering
cutter.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Power to the future.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome looking.
She solders like almost as well, probably better than Joe Mike.
Oh, poor
Look
Joe.
at that. Joe Mike. Well, he's not here, so we can make fun of him. Yeah, this is really neat.
Yeah.
So they light up. They change colors. They're very cool.
Look.
Well, it's got like the
that.
mirror in it too, so it gives it like that infinity look. Like we're just like, looks like it's going on forever, you know? It's kind of cool looking.
Yes,
I want to see her put them on though.
Dan chimes in. She's an amazing young maker.
There are some. It's almost embarrassing, like how much better
Like these kids
these
are.
kids are
I know,
at
I'm like,
making
oh,
things than I am.
I feel very underwhelmed right now. Like
Skip
I'm
ahead
not
right
doing
to the
well
part
for
where she's
myself
showing
at
them
all.
off a little bit.
Oh, she's crossing her fingers. Woo! It worked.
Wow.
Okay, show them on.
Look out, Technicali.
I don't think she ever shows them on.
Oh,
She
right
doesn't put them
there.
on. You gotta put. No,
I
she's
mean,
got
they're
them
on her head, but they're not like.
She doesn't actually put them on.
Yeah, there's no.
There you go. They're showing.
Okay, so
now.
she got some hands. Wow, that's a trip. I'll bet that's. I wonder what that looks like to look through. I wish you could see like.
Well, I'm sure you can't see through it. I think it's, or unless the mirror is like a faux mirror, like a
Like
know,
a
like a
one-way?
two-way,
Like a
yeah,
two-way?
one-way, yeah, you know.
I think
They
it
aren't all
was.
one. All mirrors are one way mirrors.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like the kind the cops use.
The,
Alright.
the cops.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
No, that's super cool. Big props to purple orange. Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Go
Very
subscribe
nice.
to that channel too.
You really
Cool
should.
stuff.
Wow, that's incredible. Excellent suggestion. I love that. All right. Next up on the agenda, we have Dave Shorey's Lego apparel. If you guys have, first of all, anybody that's been following anything I've been tweeting about lately knows that I've really been, like geeking out on David
Yeah,
Shorey stuff.
we both got a chance to meet him. He was actually at MRF and at Bay Area Maker Fair, and I didn't meet him at MRF, and I was like upset because it was one of the things I just didn't do.
You were upset.
And yeah, I was upset.
He cried for like a week.
I did.
Yeah.
And then I got it. Me and Pooch actually got the chance to go over there and talk to him a little bit at Bay Area Maker Fair.
Yeah, Banff.
And yeah, Banff.
It's easier to say than
Better than FCD3H.
Yeah.
Update your screen. There you go.
Yeah, so we got a chance to talk to him. He's a really awesome dude. He's doing some crazy stuff. He actually won the award there for I forget what the actual award was, but it was
like
some
the best
Maker's Choice
Award. Yeah, it was. So I teased a little bit of it on my poor attempt at a stream last week on part 2, where the audio was terrible. But basically, if you're not familiar with David Shorey's stuff, his technique is integrating 3D printing with textiles. And it really opens up just a huge amount of possibility in terms of like creativity and especially for the cosplayers out there.
It's amazing. I should actually just pull up like his Instagram or something to show it.
So the latest is he's done this Lego compatible fabric.
I'm not logged in. Alright, wait, I'm just on his Twitter right here. Let's pull up his media.
Okay.
Media. Keep talking.
Yeah, so this is the newest, where you can actually put any
Right.
Lego pieces right on there, almost like those flat Lego boards.
Yeah,
that you can build on, but he's doing it on fabric.
But he's
Oh,
doing it
there
on
we go.
fabric, so it actually will contour, and that's got to be
more,
interesting for attaching. So it probably works for some of this thinner stuff. That's really cool, man. I can see kids just really going crazy, or adults, or whoever. If you're a fan of Lego. So if you haven't heard already, like I said, that his process is he'll start a print like regular on his 3D printer, and then he'll tape down a fabric substrate of some kind. He said it's anything from like screen, like fiberglass screen, to cloth blends and mesh fabrics and stuff. But he said the stuff that has bigger,
like tulle and stuff.
Yeah, tulle stuff that has more porous like nature to it, like the print. So he tapes down that, and then he'll print the next layers on top of it, and actually like the plastic fuses through the
so it makes a really secure bond, and it's like gonna just stay on like. Yeah,
and some of the video were showing like for stuff, and you can see here like the way that it follows contours. It really opens up some amazing possibilities. So if you're interested in David Shorey stuff, he has a Patreon page that allows you access to a lot of these designs. And if you're into cosplay and looking to do this stuff, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I would imagine that's well worth the price, given that modeling stuff like that is no small feat. This was really cool. I think this is what he won the award on, right? The editor's choice on the fully 3D printed. Like it wasn't.
Like
he was saying
dress almost.
it was a dress, but it was like all just 3D printing and fabric, right? He said he wasn't like sewing anything.
Well, he was doing that in a different way too. He had like little links in there that he was putting in.
Right.
After he 3D printed it like halfway through or whatever.
So really amazing stuff. I really hope we can have him on at some point to have him give some more detail.
Yeah, as we get further on, we're going to try to get some guests on here, and he's one of the people that we really want to have on. So
so hopefully look for that in the future. All right. Anything else you wanted to say about Shorey Designs?
No, I think
we covered it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I really want to try it, and it seems freaking amazing.
You want to try that dress on?
No, yes, I want to try the dress. I want to try the technique of doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I think you would. I think you'd look pretty good.
The dress might be fun though.
Flatter your eyes. So next on the agenda, we've got We the Rosies. So this has been going on for a while. This is another community build. So if you want to bring up the link for We the Rosies, Heather, what's the background on this? It was done for Adam Savage's channel. Don't Try This. Right? Or was he sponsoring it?
Tested? I think it was just done by Tested.
Okay, so Tested was the ones that put this together, and they've been hitting people up. And it was, how many pieces was it? It was some ridiculous amount of pieces, I thought.
Yeah, there's it's 2,625 parts.
Right.
Wow.
So far completed 2,271.
So they're getting close.
So yeah, 330 parts still in progress, 282 of which are already been shipped. So they actually only have 48 parts I apologize. There's 24 parts that are still needing to be printed, need to be claimed and printed.
48 parts still need to be claimed and printed. Did you guys do
No,
it?
24.
Oh, I'm sorry, 24.
We haven't done one though.
Yeah, I didn't do one either.
We have not. Yeah.
I'm a poor member of the community here.
Well, I know, right? It was the color restriction, so they really want
Like flesh
tones,
Yeah.
various
Yeah.
skin tones.
I mean,
So it
but
ends up-
that's pretty liberal here, though. If you look at this, I don't know what the green-skinned people are that they're representing out there, but
So it's basically it'll end up looking kind of like this picture right
Yeah.
here. Like,
yeah, they'll keep it all within a reasonable color palette.
How big
I
was
suppose.
this one gonna end up being?
That's a good question. Does it say?
let me see.
Matter Hackers is offering 5% off everything. Follow the link for Rosie the
I mean,
Hacker.
imagine that 2,625
Yeah, it's
parts.
pretty
That's going to be
big.
pretty crazy.
Okay, so you can get some filament discounts if you're willing to support the cause. Okay, so we'll post a link to this. If you're interested in getting involved in this community build, head on over there and claim one of those last 24 pieces so we can get this thing done. It'll be interesting to see what it looks like when it's done. Are they looking to roll this thing out or present it anywhere special?
No, it wasn't saying that it was going to be presented anywhere specifically, like at a community event or anything like that. I think it's just going to be via social media. Yeah, that was it. And
Okay.
Vicky, who's in the chat, she's done 10 pieces.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and she's saying it's going to be 6 feet tall.
Oh, wow.
6 feet tall.
Holy moly.
Is
So
that
it's
all?
like life size, basically.
Yeah, that's insane.
Wow, Vicky's done 10 of them?
She's done 10 pieces, yeah. And
Nice.
Matt was
Nice
saying
job,
that there's
Vicky.
now 23 pieces. So.
Oh, somebody claimed it.
Going
Just,
fast.
They're going fast. Get yours now.
Oh, see, Vicky is way more on top of this than we are.
Vicky's
It is
got...
also going to be presented at the Nation of Makers Conference.
And we encourage that on Community Ketchup. Bring
Yeah.
your stuff to the
Yes,
table and what you know
please,
about these
please.
projects.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the whole point of this.
Thank you, Vicky, for helping us out there. Very cool. I love community build projects. Next up, we got any Overwatch fans out there in the chat? Holler at me. DeRusso of DeRusso Designs. Is he in the chat tonight?
Yes.
Yep, there he is. Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Welcome, Jeffrey. Thank you for joining us. He shared with us his project for this week. Very cool. He's doing Brigitte's shield from Overwatch. Now, I
sorry.
have to admit, I am not an Overwatch player.
I have not played Overwatch either. I've always wanted to.
So we're not, yeah. I know it's big.
Hold on, I just messed up. and put
When
it on
I
the
was
wrong
down at Matter Hackers, the Matter Hackers meetup, I think it was in November, and they were doing was it just the post Halloween meetup where
yeah.
people were showing up with their Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
There was at least one, maybe two people like in cosplay outfits from Overwatch. That one girl was the Angel, whoever that is. Somebody in the
Sorry, everybody. I'm getting some slowdown on my laptop, so it's
time for an upgrade.
No, it's the bandwidth right
The
now.
interwebs.
Yeah.
It's like we're sucking up
All right, there we
bandwidth
go.
doing something else. All right, yeah. Oh, here's the shield. Okay, so give us some context. What is this supposed to look like? There was a link, I think, on the just below on the agenda that shows who Brigitte is and what her shield is supposed to look like. So this looks like it was done on. What was this done on, Jeffrey? What printer was that? What does it say? Fusion 360.
It looks like a printer I haven't seen.
It looks like
before.
some custom something or other. I've seen a lot of aluminum extrusions or
He's saying
aluminiums.
it's 18 inches tall.
Okay, 18 inches. It's a respectable size.
Are you clicking the other link
I'm
track?
gonna have to restart my
He's working
not
on
my
it.
whole computer, my team viewer. real quick.
All right, stand by.
Keep talking.
Travis is going to bring up a picture of
Jeffrey,
who Brigitte
you
is and
tell
what it
us
looks
about
like.
stuff.
But anyway,
That
this
was
is a.
It was printed on the Raise N2 Plus. The Raise 3D.
What he must be just displaying it somewhere different because that's not a.
I was like, that does not look like a race.
Yeah, it's an early prototype of a raise. No, it's. I think he's just using the printer to prop it up there.
There we go. Now it's running better.
But yeah, that's perfect for a raise printer. I think he might have access to a few of those.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. All right, so you're bringing up Brigitte.
I am trying to.
Jeffrey, is there any particular reason you decided on this shield? Are you putting together a cosplay outfit for someone, or is this just something that resonates with you in the game.
That's pretty cool looking.
Did you pull up the image?
I love how people are using machines for scale.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Dude, the machine behind it is for scale. Whatever happened to the banana?
Yeah,
Let's
there's a
see.
bunch of different images in
Yeah, so that's Brigitte, I guess. She looks rather fierce. I wouldn't want to get hit with that hammer thing. She looks decidedly different here than here.
here. So it's got a lot of like external pieces. Like that piece that he's
Yeah.
printed so far is like the internal piece. It looks like.
Okay.
He just said he just posted more about 30 minutes ago, so
Okay.
I'm gonna check his current.
Yeah,
Alright, cool.
I have them up right here so I can check them.
Get the latest, greatest.
There we
Oh,
go.
yeah. Wow.
Nice.
What is that filament, man? That looks like a platinum or something. That's got a crazy sheen to it. Or did he paint that?
Let's see if we can pop it up a little.
No, that must be finished.
It looks like it's got tape on it and stuff still. He was
Yeah,
painting
yeah.
right here. And
Yeah, I like that. Whatever that finish is, that's crazy. Very nice. Nicely done, Jeffrey.
good job,
Nicely
Jeffrey.
Yeah, that's
done.
amazing.
Can't wait to see that done.
Yeah, seriously, that's going to be a lot of parts. Is it going to glow? It looks like it might
Yeah, it
glow.
looks like on the picture it like glows a little bit. So you have to let us know if that's
He
gonna
said
light up.
that piece that you're showing right now is painted ABS.
Oh, he did it in ABS. It's got to hold up to the battle damage.
Yeah, you get
It's got all of the heat.
shields and heat, man.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon? Okay.
A year later.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years actually.
2 years.
Let's talk about the customized Prusa. Who sent this link? I didn't see.
This was Chris from.
This is
Fractal
Krusty's.
Printing,
This is Krusty's, yeah.
But it is Tom from Filament Frenzy's printer that he
Yes.
just did. And I've actually seen. I want to talk about this mainly because I've been seeing more and more of this with the Prusa, where people are actually reprinting the printed pieces in various colors
Right.
and all of that.
They want to make it their own. I'm pretty sure Mojike did a very similar blue. Maybe he did a different. Maybe he did a red one. But I know a couple people have done that. This color blue, though, is it?
I can't.
It's high five.
It's a high five, baby.
It is.
Woo!
When I do that,
I'm sure that's Joel approved. That's cool. Although maybe it's just the way the color's hitting it, but the enclosure around the LCD almost looks like it's a different color blue.
I think it's the same. I think it's just.
Is it just the
the
sheen?
lighting, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably just the lighting stuff.
Yeah, doesn't seem as dark as the stuff up on the Z-axis and the supports.
I mean, that's the
Interesting.
cool thing about having a printer that has 3D printable parts on it that you
Yeah.
can change them out and make it.
Oh, it's almost
Make
like
it your
they
own.
should just make this thing about like printers that print other parts
Yeah.
for printers.
I need a pink printer.
We could call it like
Nudge, nudge.
rep or something. Yeah. Which, by the way, turned 10 just this week.
Oh.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to Rep Rap. There is nothing more community ketchup, I believe, than Rep Rap. We would not be here were it not for Adrian Boyer and the founding fathers of the Rep Rap movement. Obviously, the Prusa and many other printers out there are based on early Rep Rap designs. And it's really cool to see the community just growing strong.
that was cool.
Very cool. Chris, thank you for sharing that. Tom, nice work on your custom Mark III. I love it. Okay, let's talk about CR10s for a moment because I love CR10s. I was late to the CR10 party.
Were you?
I was. I only got my CR10 probably a couple months ago, but it's.
You like it?
Oh well, who doesn't like it? I mean, like bang for your buck. I mean, there's a reason that like every YouTube video out there is like, this is the best printer ever. I mean, quality wise, like there's certainly stuff
price
that can be better, but
especially,
like for the money,
Yeah.
No. But by far, best bang for your buck that I've seen. And you know, okay, look, I'm gonna say that, and then somebody's gonna argue with me that there may be something else out there, but you know, it's rock solid. I've done actually like zero. I've seen people do mods to the CR10, and frankly, one of the things I like about it is I didn't feel like it needed really any mods. There there was a couple of things that
like
was
the
like low hanging
little
fruit,
things, yeah.
like the wheels for the leveling and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that,
the little
that
thing
helps.
on the bed wires and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but as far as like any adjustments to the
Yeah.
print quality itself, like I've seen people put on a V6 on it and stuff like that, and you could, but I haven't frankly had any issue with the stock extruder. And to me, you know, I like, given that I've messed with pretty much every other printer, I'm
Yeah.
kind of happy to have some stuff that's stock where it's like I can be messing with my other printers, and then I know that I have one that's functional. You know, hopefully for a while. So anyway, I love the CR10. Obviously, the build volume allows you. It's allowed a lot of people access to being able to like make helmets and things that
Oh yeah.
that you wouldn't otherwise be able to.
It's a
So
giant
it's got about
robot from earlier.
giant robot from earlier, right? The so it's about, what is it? A little more than a cubic foot of build volume. I'm not sure what the Z is on
I
it,
don't remember.
but the stock one is about a 12 by 12, a little more than
Yeah.
12 by 12.
And then
I
they
think
have
it's
the
300
larger
millimeter.
ones.
And then there's bigger ones, but Dustin.
He's saying that printer will be 300 by 900 by 400.
This is the one that Dustin's doing.
The one that Dustin's.
Wow.
I'm guessing the 900 is the Z. That's an interesting. So 3 by 4. So he's making it a little bit probably deeper. So I'm guessing the X is stock. Dustin, correct us if we're wrong. So X is stock. Y is 400. Z is 900. I think Ron, the Happy Extruder, did a
he's
mega
done
build
one that's
on
a
one too. I wonder
crazy
what his
Z height.
is he on? Is Happy Extruder on with
I
us?
don't think
No,
so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
No.
yeah, Chuck. Yeah, so I'm late. Yeah, so today I admit I like the CR10. Next time maybe I'll admit that I like cap tubes. So.
You did. You
I
said
do.
you
I do like cap
last
tubes. I'm a cap tube
time.
convert too. Snake oil too. Okay. All right.
Chuck just called you out. Now
Yeah.
Capricorn
I told you, man. I told you. Oh, Mitch, we were just talking about your life-size Joelbot before the stream. We haven't seen any updates on it though, so tag it so we can talk about it some more. I want to see some updates on that for next two.
His Artemis is not wanting to upload files. Oh, that's not
Oh,
good.
blame the Artemis. That's really nice, Mitch.
Dustin is saying not 900Z. The build plate is 300 by 900. The 400 is the Z.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Okay, so 300 by 9. So
it's like what the new the G Max where it's rolled
oh,
long.
right. So he's maybe he'll do some
wide.
You can do some skateboard. What are you gonna do with that,
Yeah, what's
Dustin?
your
What are you
game
building
plan
with
there?
that?
I'm
Or
gonna
is it just to say
I'm gonna
have a
send
big
you
one?
some files, Dustin. Once you get that done, you can print
Yeah,
some
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
for me.
Go ahead,
I need
those
some
out.
signage for ERRF. We'll keep it busy for you, buddy. Get that thing done though, because we got some work for it. 400 on the Z height. So that's interesting. 300 by 900 build plate. That's a healthy piece. Are you doing an aluminum? I'm assuming he's doing an aluminium
The
plate. And then
Yeah.
what do you? I didn't see what he sourced for his heater. It must be just a silicone mat underneath.
I don't know what he all
I
has
don't
got on.
know.
How much
See
have
it.
you posted on here, Dustin?
I'm just seeing parts right now.
Oh, that's his other stuff.
Oh, that was cool. He did tag this as well. So real quick shout out. He did a congratulations plaque to his was it his nephew?
His nephew, yeah.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah, that's a
cool.
cool way of doing.
That's a really nice, and I know for a lot of people that aren't into 3D printing, it's just amazing to receive something like that. We're like, whoa, this thing was actually
And there's
3D
the-
printed, so I'll bet he got a kick out of it. Okay, so here's a look at the. Now, do you have the bomb available to other people, or did you pull it from somewhere else? Where did you source your stuff from? Give us some deets, man.
Mike's saying that the NLMTM&W is saying that the print times will be measured in weeks on that printer.
Is it not?
You know, maybe this would be like a volcano worthy or a super volcano worthy thing, so you can get
Your
some
video
faster
is-
print
Yeah,
time.
I saw that it was jittering a little bit.
Oh, we do it.
Yeah.
There you go. You're okay now. Oh,
Are
no.
you feeding like subliminal stuff on the little stutter there?
Yeah,
Oh,
your
yeah.
camera. There we go. It's
But-
when you go full
why does
screen
why
on
does
the
it do
other one.
Yeah, that's
Should we
weird.
blame OBS?
Yeah, OBS
Let's blame
is
OBS.
jittering out.
Bug report. Okay.
All right, so what do we got next?
Oh yeah, Dustin, that's a good suggestion. So Dustin, you get that thing built, and then Chris is saying you can just print the whole F3 DPCH. I can't say that.
You did it.
I did. In one whole print, and then the rest of us don't have to worry about mailing stuff to Matt anymore. Perfect. Chris blames it on aliens. Okay, that could be. You know what we're gonna do, Chris? For next time, we're gonna wrap this whole room in tinfoil.
There we go. Can
So
you wear
that they
hats?
can't-
Can you wear tin foil hats?
Oh, we should totally make tinfoil hats.
think
That's
so.
a good make.
I think so.
Tinfoil hats is a fantastic make. Kids and adults and everybody loves tinfoil hat making.
So talk about ERRF.
Is it time to talk about ERRF?
It's time to talk about ERRF.
Okay, so
Things we're bringing to Earth.
wait, we didn't finish this. So things bringing to ERRF.
That's
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna table this one because I'm gonna talk about this later.
Okay.
So let's go skip forward to Chelsea's spray paint art because this is a cool non 3D printed related make. I had never seen this technique before, and Heather chided me for it before, but apparently this is all the rage. Where did you say you get these done in Hawaii? I don't know. Or Mexico. I think she said you get these done in
Well, I've
Mexico.
seen them like New York and stuff like that. Just people like street
It's like
artists.
street
and
artists.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Flickering again.
I know. I don't know what the hell is up with the flickering.
I think there's a glitch in the matrix, everybody. Pull up. He's working on it?
Yeah, I'm doing it. It's glitching all over the place. We're getting all kinds of craziness.
Do it faster.
Stop poking me out. If you would have let me pull these up earlier.
Letting the spray paint
Such
art
a
get
complaint. Such a complainer.
derailed by the jittering screen. Is that what's happening?
It's going over right now.
It's okay. We're holding steady now. I think it's got something to do with the fact that I turned off the auto focus or the auto white
You think
balance
so?
or one of those.
So
It's like the camera wants to do something and then we're not letting it. I don't know.
So Chelsea
My
said
theory.
she first saw the spray paint art in Vegas.
Okay,
and that's,
that's a
where
good
she
place.
Kind of became obsessed with it. Yeah, we've seen it in like street artists in Mexico do the same kind of thing. And so basically, it's just spray paint with paper or like crinkled magazine pieces, your hands, very minimal tools, and you create these awesome.
Wait, what do you do with these
Images.
pieces? What do you put pieces of paper
No,
on
you
them
use like pieces of paper to kind of block
to
out.
mask
Like
to
to
mask
a
out what
certain
you're.
area, and then
Okay.
you spray, and then you move it, and you spray again, or you have a crinkled up piece and you kind of blotch it like splash painting.
Chelsea, do you have a video of this technique so we can see how this is actually done?
Do you remember Brandon was messing around with
Yeah,
this too? But
she did say that she got a bunch more paints yesterday, and so she's gonna do some more. She's actually gonna send one to me.
I want one. How come you always get the cool stuff?
Because I'm
Oh,
good.
wait, you know what I realized? Apparently, I'm trying to steal one of your. I found something else in my pocket. I was trying to steal your spinner.
You're taking my.
I don't know. I'm like,
That's
I don't know
my
how to put it
viral fidget spinner. This is my.
This is like your best video to date
Video. A million
that I
views.
owned up to. I don't know why it was in my pocket.
No,
So Chelsea will be streaming. She's gonna start streaming herself doing some of this, and then I think coming down the pipe, she
I would watch that
may
stream.
be selling them, which would
I would
be
not buy them.
awesome. What?
Okay, I would.
He's like, I would watch it, but I would not buy this.
I know, totally rude.
I'm gonna try to
Chelsea, if
find
you
another
guys
one,
aren't
but
following, first of all, if you're not following,
following,
for those of you who don't know, Chaos Cortec and his better half, Chelsea, you need to follow these people. They're amazing artists. Garrett does just incredible models. He was at Murph with his giant Iron Giant.
his giant iron.
His giant Iron Giant. I should come up with a better adjective. But the 1-2 punch of the Chelsea Garrett combo is that Garrett is very accomplished with his modeling, and Chelsea is very good with her painting and finishing and cakery and hair and all kinds of other stuff. Amazingness sauce.
One talented individual.
Very
Yeah,
talented,
it's
very
insane.
talented individual. So these pictures are pretty trippy. This reminds me of stuff that I remember seeing like in the mall back in the 90s. That would be next to the Magic Eye things that I could never see.
Oh, Pooch.
Can't
I
see the
know.
magic, I think.
I know.
Good for you. So keep an eye out. Chelsea streams over on Twitch.
She's a Twitcher.
She's a Twitcher.
Hmm.
I will include a link to her Twitch channel in the description after this video.
Nicely done, Chelsea. Looking good.
Woo woo!
Looking
We
good.
like have the-
P.S. My new house needs art on the walls.
What are you doing
Nudge,
to the
nudge.
thing, Heather?
What drink? What's she doing? What?
It says you're editing the.
She's manipulating
It's
things.
like moving around and stuff. Are you like on the space bar?
Oh.
I'm not
Okay. So we
ready.
talk. Should we talk about these?
Yes, the ketchup handheld.
What does one do with these things?
Those are actually going to.
Let me show.
These
Come
are
on.
going to go.
Go to the full screen. Yeah.
Anybody that has or that wins our prize every.
Right, because this is
So
an
they-
honor. It's an honor
So
to
they-
get one of these. This is
they get one of
American
these.
steel right here. That hurt.
And the prize.
as the prize.
So whichever what the prize is.
So you
for
can
the
hang
week.
it on your wall.
Yes.
You can put it in your fridge.
We'll
to
send
prank
you out
people.
one of these two. It's a
They're very
actual
authentic
ketchup sized.
It is
Community ketchup.
life size
Metal. This is steel.
Steel. I told you, American steel. You can
Yeah.
make horns. Come up with creative things to do with it, and then send them to us and tag it, and we'll see what people do with those things.
We need more tags.
More tags. Give us more tags. Let's round this out with the multicolor print that Danska sent us. I got the story at Murph around why he's called Danska. It's very. You'd never guess why.
Oh, I did not get that.
You didn't get that story?
You probably shouldn't share.
I'm not going to share it. It's very inappropriate.
Let's talk about the multicolor printing and what your camera still is spazzing out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out later. Just everybody deal with it for now.
Yeah, just blink when it's doing that. Just blink when it's doing that, and then it comes back and it's fine.
Then it's fine.
Yeah.
So so this is
I lost my agenda. Hold on. You can talk about it.
Yeah. Tell us, Heather.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Tell the people what the multicolor print is.
Okay,
I didn't
this
see
is
this one, so I don't
Mark
know.
Peters, and he was at Murph,
Mm-hmm.
and he does this very, very intricate multicolor printing where it's one layer, and it's all one layer, but it's all the colors. So he codes in all of the designs, and then does it. And the one that we have posted here is. It's actually two layers. It has a background layer of white to make the colors pop more. But it's just so cool to me. Like, stuff like this, when people
Reminds me
take
of, like,
3D printing to, like, the next level, like, I would never even think to learn how to do this.
He calls it toolpath painting.
I guess, yeah.
And he's using Color Fab, Polyalchemy, and his Ultimaker. And I don't feel like this gives it justice in terms of, like, how it's achieved. But you're saying this is all one layer. Well, there's a background color. But it's all done in one layer?
Yeah, it's
but it's not using a traditional multicolor print setup.
So actually, like, pull up his Twitter, Travis, and you can scroll down. You can see another one of a sun catcher that he did. That was some transparent.
It reminds me of, like, fractal
it's just
art.
Insane.
It might be fractal art.
That's
wow.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm still not seeing how that's done. Unless is he printing the individual pieces and assembling like a mosaic?
No, he doesn't. It's all one print.
But again, like, how's it like
talk to him?
print and pause? We need to have this guy on. We need to talk to this guy and figure out what's his name.
I mean, is he
what
just
wizardry is
printing
this?
on one layer in different processes or something
Yeah,
like
Dan
that?
says one layer, one nozzle.
Yeah.
So then it's print, pause, and then it's just literally like
Change the filament, do it again.
change out filament, and then it's picking up again in different. Interesting. Sounds tedious.
Yeah, it's
but
just
most
insane
beautiful
to me.
things are.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just so crazy how much. So yeah, if you're not.
That's really cool. Dan, thank you for sharing this. This is neat. I really want to see like a stop motion or a video of how this is done.
Like a time lapse of how.
Also, the designs. Like, I wonder if he's sourcing, if he's creating these designs of his own, or if it's spirograph art, or what? Like, it's not obviously not spirograph because it's got different stuff, but it's really amazing patterns.
So it looks like he has a tutorial of how he does it too.
And this is.
Just keep. Yeah, it should be feed.
Everyone's saying, "Oh, we're dropping." Dang. We dropped.
Intermission. Doot 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 doot.
Oh, and we're back.
We're back?
Are we sure?
I don't know. For now, we're back.
I restarted.
I do see us here.
I rebooted OBS, so hopefully we're good now.
That's your shining face. All right. Well, let's carry on. Sometimes OBS just needs a reboot.
So what else do we get?
Okay, so I think that rounds up the community catch-up tags for the last 2 weeks, which brings us to the meat of the meat and potatoes, if those were the potatoes. This week's discussion around refillable filament solutions.
Refillable filament solutions.
So we are lucky enough tonight, like I said, to be sponsored by Rhino Reel.
Oh, yes.
Which is a refillable filament solution. I just came up with that, by the way. I don't know, but why don't you show people what Rhino Reel is?
I didn't know what you were talking about.
I told you I was going to call it that. You don't listen to me, I swear.
Okay, so basically,
show the people.
This is our sponsor for tonight. This will be in our contest too. Rhino Reel is basically it's like a kind of like a master spool system. They have their own spool. It's supposed to be compatible with the master spool system too. But basically what it is they send you out two, I guess they call these coils. They're zip tied filament coils that they send out. Two of them. It's like a monthly subscription, kind of like MakerBox was. It's actually Nick Moretto, who founded MakerBox, is actually doing Rhino Reel.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll send out two coils of this every month for $39.99, and that includes shipping. And I think these are 0.75 kilograms.
Okay.
And you can pick your colors.
It's not quite a full kilo, but that's still a reasonable amount of filament.
They'll have mystery colors. There's a bunch of stuff. So we'll have the link down in the description if you wanted to check it out a little bit more.
So Mojack was just talking about these today. Do you have? You don't have the spool handy, do you?
I don't.
So
we have to print it.
So yeah,
he sent me one of these to try out, so I can.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the spool together yet, but
just came today.
He did his own version of basically. So it is master spool compatible, but he did his own version of the spool, which just uses a little bit less filament, and it's actually a symmetrical spool, as I understand it.
Yeah, so it's basically the same piece on both sides instead of two different pieces. So
yeah,
I mean,
so you
just one file, I guess, one G-code file, and just throw it on your printer and print it twice.
Cool. Well, hopefully we can get that together, maybe show it off.
So my plan with the one that he sent me is just I want to print a master spool, and I want to print his spool and see what the difference is, and like check out, because I've never even tried anything with any kind of master spool stuff. So.
Well, the reason I wanted to spend some time talking about this is, one, I've been considering doing something like this for Repcore myself. I hate the fact that there's a cost associated with the spools, and there's nothing good comes
and it
of
ups
them.
The shipping and like
it adds to the weight substantially. The cost. I mean, in my case, I like using those clear spools because I think it looks really cool, but that comes at a premium for sure. So a good percentage of the cost is going into the spools, and then I've got to source those separately and all. So it adds a whole nother logistical thing to it. So to not have to deal with that waste is certainly very appealing. I think there's always going to be a market for people that don't want to have to deal with it, but I don't see why you can't have the best of both worlds, where it's like, I print the spools for people that want them and send them with, or find out a way in between. But like, I would love to be able to get rid of the spools, and I think a lot of people would. And obviously, Rich Rap has been a huge proponent of this for the Master Spool initiative. It's really cool. I think. Matter Hackers is getting in on it. I think a lot of suppliers are starting to see like, hey, this has actually got some legs. So if anybody out in the chat has tried it, I would like to hear your opinion on if it works, if there's any flaws to the system. I think there's probably fears around like, what if the coil gets tangled, how big of a problem is that going to be? I also wonder, when they're actually processing this, if there's implications of just winding a coil versus winding around a spool.
Yeah, I don't know how it's actually done. Do they wind it around like something that's there and just pull it off? And like, I don't know.
So I've only started like kind of like surface level discussions with suppliers, because there's a lot of people that say they can do it, but anybody that's ever sourced the product knows that there's a huge process in like vetting things to see like what's good and then what's going to be consistent over time. So I'm hopeful, but it's nice to see people, getting in on the initiative, and I think it's exciting, and I really like the idea of it being kind of a MakerBox style thing, where it's like you can still try the filament. So hopefully, if Nick gets other manufacturers on board for the MakerBox style of thing, that's only gonna be a rising tide for all boats,
for sure,
and get more people into producing in this manner and see what kind of demand there is. So.
Yeah.
The chat's asking if it's U.S. only, and I said I'm not sure. I'm researching on their website, but I don't see anything about it. So we'll put that question out to Nick and ask him.
Yeah, and I mean, I know that like with his service, you can like pause it if you want, if you don't want it 1 month or like stuff like that. So I mean, there's some pretty cool features that he's set up already, but
yeah, I don't like the feeling of being tied
like
to
have to like
one thing. No, I think that's a good way. In my opinion, that's the right way to do it.
Yeah, say you're getting too much and stuff. Like, oh, I need to put it on hold.
No, and I mean, no, there's a lot of people out there that already do MakerBox.
Yeah.
And so this is, kind of a neat extension of that. And you're just getting a little bit more, obviously, with this over a MakerBox style solution. But very cool. Very cool.
So are we going to do the contest, or do you want to...
In a minute.
Oh, okay, we're not doing the contest yet.
No, let's do with...
no, let's hold that for the end.
Okay.
What you working on.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and talk about what you've been working on.
Okay, I've been working on with a secret project with him. I'm not going to talk about
Don't
that.
talk about the secrets.
I just like to say secret project. It's fun.
Super secret.
And then
Top secret.
let me actually change this to the full screen real quick.
This is sweet.
This is one thing I've been working on for crazy amount of months. And why is this not changing? Oh, it is on the full screen. Okay.
That's dramatic.
This is
Months?
the N64 logo. This was printed on the Robo 3D with the Palette Plus.
The R2?
Yes, the R2. And like literally, this was probably like my 30th attempt at this. I don't even remember. I lost count of how many times I tried.
Why
to print this.
30 attempts?
I was having problems extruding with the Robo at first, and I was having problems with the palette. But I think a lot of the problems were tied with just how complicated the palette is in general. Like,
So getting up to speed on using the palette. Have you used the palette on any other printer prior to this?
I had, but I was always having problems where I couldn't get the calibration right. So I was having like lines in between. So I was, able to print, but
So getting it dialed for
was,
a particular printer.
Yes. So this is my accomplishment of like 4 or 5 months of work of just getting the palette going. Only like a couple months of doing the N64 logo, but I'm gonna do a video about this probably next week or something. So
Tell me something. What filament did you use for that?
this is all Repcord. This is sponsored by
No
Repcord,
kidding!
yes.
Hashtag
That's
not a sponsor.
amazing. That's
Not a
amazing.
sponsor.
Well, it kinda a sponsor.
Kind of a sponsor.
So that's
Adjacent.
one of the cool things that I've been working on. It was very exciting to see that on the print bed when I went down. What was that? A couple days ago.
I actually have one. You gave me one of your fails from
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago that was like 98% done. It was like the bottom just wasn't quite done, and it looks almost exactly
Yeah,
like this.
so I'll be
Very cool.
uploading that file for anybody too once I get the video out. And another exciting thing, I've done a couple collaborations with Healthy Junk Food over the past couple months, and the most recent one, if you guys haven't seen it, we'll put the link in the description, was a giant ring pop. And JP and Julia have been really awesome to us and just me in general over the past few years. They've helped me out a lot, and they did a huge shout out on that video, and it actually ended up on I think the lowest I saw it, or the highest I saw it, I guess, was number 6 on trending on YouTube. So it, and having my name like saying Apparel Design, he's saying it right in the beginning of the video, he says it later in the video, and the end of the video, it's like a bunch of times, and it's the little
it's a big
thing,
deal.
everything. Yeah, so I got a bunch of subscribers from that. I'm almost finally at 12K,
So close.
which has been like a enormous achievement because I've been trying to push that forever. So
as a content creator, you can speak to this way better than I can, but you hit those like kind of those peaks and valleys. Well, not peaks and valleys.
I was
you get these, like,
definitely
plateaus.
Definitely, yeah.
Wait, you were going down? You weren't going down.
No,
you were just
no,
plateaued.
yeah, probably plateau, and then a couple of times I went down a little bit, not too much, but it was at a plateau like this for like just months. So it's
good on you,
exciting
man.
to go up a little
This
bit.
close to 12. You'll hit 12 this week probably.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far away are we?
I
Heather.
haven't checked it.
What's the subscriber count on this channel?
We are at.
Wait, hold on. I think it says right here. It just says 11K here. It doesn't
Yeah, no, I
give
hate
the
when
whole-
it says that. Like, on
You hate it?
Yeah, it doesn't show.
It's shorting you. You're like, if you round up, it's way closer to 12.
That's what always happens.
Yeah. Rounding.
so I think that was that it. What I was gonna talk about? Yeah, that's about all I was gonna talk about. So let's go ahead and move on to what you're doing right
What's
now.
happening in the chat here? Is somebody's threatening to abduct me?
What?
I don't know. Added to list to abduct. Alien 3D wants to abduct me. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Live subscriber count for Apparel Design is 11,933.
Oh
Nice.
my god, 67 away.
So if you
Everybody
haven't,
call your
if you
aunts, your
haven't
uncles, your
subscribed.
Bangladeshi click farms and get
and everybody that's in this chat hopefully is subscribed.
Oh, I would hope
everybody
so.
that's in this chat. Go open up another YouTube account
Don't
and
do
subscribe to.
that.
Okay, we don't endorse fraud here
Don't
at the
do
Ketchup,
that.
but we really want to put Pyro over the 12K mark.
I gotta get somewhere.
Keep him motivated. Keep him motivated. Okay, so what I'm working on. We're not talking about top secret things, though.
No,
right?
No.
Because then it's not secret.
It's
anymore.
just fun to talk about.
Tease it.
Not,
No, but I will say this: the top secret thing that we are working on will be revealed at ERRF for anybody
Yes,
that's
ERRF.
interested. So we're what I've been working on. I'm very excited. So I made mention of this last week. I announced that Repcord will be at ERRF, and for the first time, Repcord will have a table.
Nice.
Which is like almost like I kind of panicked a little bit. I'm like, I gotta get signage. I gotta find minions.
You know
to
somebody
work
that does
at
signs.
because I don't want to sit at the desk the whole time. No, I'll
You
sit there.
have to. Who else is going to sit there?
I don't know. I'm gonna find minions. I'm gonna recruit people.
There might be a
with polo
flaming-
shirts, with very nice polo shirts.
There could be a flaming minion there. We don't know yet, but
flaming minions.
Yeah.
But yes, we
doesn't sound
we've got a couple. Repcord's got a couple things that I'm looking to release or announce. And I'm really excited. This has been a really fun project. I will say that we've been collaborating on it, and it's really fun to be working on something with somebody that's really passionate about it and that can like elevate the level of product given his background in design that I lack. So it's been really fun. So if you're on the fence about going to ERRF, if you're going to ERRF, you should go because we're gonna have some fun there. The other thing, I talked about this 2 weeks ago. I've got one more build plate that I'm testing that I added to the mix late before I release my findings.
You're still actually testing the build plates?
I
You didn't tell me about that.
Well, listen, man. I mean, first of all, I this is I employ the scientific method in every aspect of my life, right? And so, in order to do that, it takes time and repetition, and keeping. You gotta create your hypotheses, and then you have to have consistency, and there's naps in between.
Yeah,
and stuff.
definitely naps.
But,
burritos sometimes.
But burrito, a nacho, a taco, all those things. Just one nacho though. So I added one to the mix that was requested late, but it's been fun. I'm trying to push the envelope of stressing these build plates because they're really like a lot of the tech has come quite a ways from the days of blue tape.
Yeah.
And it's almost hard to put a fair comparison because they all do really well. Like I think I was saying last time, like some do just almost too well.
Yeah, it doesn't
so that
come
kind
off.
of takes it away. But it just depends on the material and all that stuff. So I think it's gonna have to be a multi-part thing. But right now I'm just trying to do the PLA with maybe a more aggressive model where it's like a very small amount surface area on the base, and then it flares up so you can kind of get a sense that as it starts to wobble if it's really sticking or not. But anyway, what the heck? Matt's starting rumors here. Something about its official CR10PH Purple Haze edition releasing at ERRF 2. It is? I didn't know that. That's fantastic. I've been looking for some. So Matt, you're gonna bring enough of this for everybody? I hope, because I'd like to see that.
Purple Haze ERRF.
Yeah, Purple Haze ERRF edition. Welcome, ERRFlings. Awesome. So that's what's been taking up time in my world. With that said, though, let's move on to the fun stuff. The reason that all the people that are really here are here because they don't really want to listen to us. They want the swag.
So who is going to win the Rhino 3D?
What do they win?
They're going to win 1 month subscription, basically one box, which is 2 spools.
Two of these?
2 coils of the Rhino 3D filaments. And you'll be able to, we'll get in contact with Nick and you'll be able to pick your colors out, 2 colors that you want.
Oh, you get to pick your colors in this case.
I got to pick mine. Red and black. I got red and black.
He likes you.
Yeah.
Okay. Very
no,
creative.
you can pick them on any.
Red and black. I never would have guessed.
You never would have guessed.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you get to pick your 2 colors. And what were you going to say?
I was going to say, how do people get entered to win?
The people that used the hashtag Community Ketchup over the last 2 weeks are already entered to win.
That is
So, in
How many entrants did we have this week, Heather?
We had 13.
13. Oh, that's okay.
Nice.
We could do better.
We need more.
So to be clear, this is Nick's filament, right? This is not. He's not doing it the way Maker Boxes, where he's like sourcing.
Yeah,
other people's filament.
it says.
I think I might have misspoke.
There's no.
Or maybe he can clarify if his intent is
I
to
told
like.
him to be in the chat tonight, but he said he was busy. So.
Too busy to be like.
So, anyways, you'll win 2 coils of that. You're also gonna win one of our awesome metal cutout ketchup bottles. So,
Can't be without. Everybody needs one of these.
let's go ahead and do the drawing.
Yep.
Oh, that's me.
That's your cue.
That's my cue.
Wait, how do we know it's on the up and up if we're not sharing the drawing like live?
Oh,
We don't
jeez.
know. That's all right. We'll have to do that maybe next time.
Yeah, we
so
should
we don't
say
get
that.
accused
That's fancy.
of shenaniganery.
Vicky wants to know if she can tweet something real quick. No.
You can for next
For
time.
next
For next week, yes, you can.
For next
Don't
week.
act,
Or next-
Vicky, like we didn't give you plenty of warnings. There was no less than like 20 tweets sent out reminding people to use the hashtag community ketchup.
Yeah.
And Dan says that they trust me, that I'm not.
Dan is very trusting individual.
Yeah. So
Okay,
That's
are we
good.
ready?
go ahead.
Drum
Okay,
roll.
I'm gonna drum roll.
Headphone warning.
The winner
back.
is
Winner is
Justin Flugum.
Flugum.
Let's see. Wait, let me find his tweet. Hold on.
What was that posted? Did we talk about it?
We did.
I feel like we did. Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
He was.
Oh, it was the We the Rosies.
He was the one that did We the Rosies. Exactly.
Yes.
So, Jay Flugum, congrats, brother. You are the winner
I will message you on Twitter.
of the Rhino.
Yes. And we're gonna keep trying to make our prizes fun and do new things, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah. So what? How are we on time? I think we're pushing.
We're good. We're just at 1 hour and 3 minutes.
nice.
Okay, good. So we're keeping on track. Heather's job is to keep us honest on time, so we don't ramble too much. But I know it's hard with me and all my ramblings.
Make sure you guys use that hashtag. Get those stories. We want to see
Yes.
as much stuff as we can. There's so
Use
much
the
cool
hashtag.
stuff already. These first couple streams, I want to see more.
No, it's cool. I think we're gaining steam. I like that. We're featuring stuff that's happening in the community, and we're starting to see some cool stuff. Obviously, it doesn't have to be just 3D printing
Yeah,
related.
exactly. Anything maker related.
Maker related is just fine. Just fine. Closing thoughts for tonight. Go.
Closing thoughts. Of
Why
what?
don't you mention Simone?
Yeah.
Or if you had a different one, I don't want to step on your closing thought.
No, I mean, obviously Simone
Simone Getch.
Getch is in our thoughts tonight. She's entered her brain surgery this morning at, I don't remember, it was about 10 or 11 hours ago, and I guess the brain surgery could take
8 to 12 hours, so
Yeah.
she could still be.
She could still be in there.
it.
Yeah.
So we're thinking about you, Simone. Hopefully,
So-
hopefully all's going well, and we look forward to hearing from you. Closing thoughts here. I'm gonna say I went to Ranch 99 to go grocery shopping randomly. I don't
What is
normally
that?
shop there. I think it's like an Asian food market, but ironically, I don't know if it's ironic, but they have no ranch there.
They have no ranch. Is anything 99 cents?
No.
Well,
Well, maybe.
Ketchup? What is there ketchup?
Maybe. I didn't look for ketchup, but I had ranch on my list, and I'm thinking we're better to get ranch than Ranch 99. False advertising.
For 99 cents.
Fake news. Not 99-cent ranch in Ranch 99. So that's your closing thought tonight. Coming up on the ketchup next week, whatever Vicky decides she's going to tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And much
Come on,
more.
Vicky.
And hopefully maybe we can get a guest next week coming with us, because we plan on once we get a guest
Oh,
on
we'll
here,
get a guest.
They're
It's not that we have no...
they'll basically be right here and they'll be talking about all this cool stuff with us. So
This is here. We're going to have a talking head, but we're still making sure our tech can keep up, because obviously we're honing in on our
Exactly.
stream and bandwidth
Yeah.
issues, so we may need to upgrade
we
your
need to,
bandwidth
yeah,
plan.
exactly.
We'll see what that's
Some
all
better
about.
Comcast.
Heather, did you have any closing thoughts? Do you have anything you want to say to the people before we sign off?
Just make sure you tweet hashtag community ketchup. It's in the stream. And
check out any of the stories from this week down in the description.
Yep. I'll be in the description.
woo woo.
Thank you everybody for watching. Congrats to Jay Flugum on his big win tonight. Thank you so much to Rhino 3D for being the sponsor. And we look forward to announcing all sorts of other awesome sponsors
Awesome,
in the
amazing
future
stuff.
and other amazing community-driven stuff.
Thank you,
I am Pooch, aka Repcord, and this is...
Pyro, and thank you all for being here.
And we're signing off. Have a good night, everybody.
Night all.